In this tutorial, I'm going to show how to fold up a piece of cardboard or a piece of paper to make a prism, a rectangular prism. So the idea is, and this is a typical problem that you might see in like an introductory calculus course, or maybe a course just before that, depending on what the question asks. It typically might be, if we cut out the corners and make this box, how big do we may have to make the cutout so you have a certain volume, or how big do you cut out the corners to make it have the largest possible volume? That's more of a calculus question. So this is what we're doing. So we're cutting out corners here, and of course boxes like in the corners, we're making them all the same size. So those are the cutouts. So like all of these, once you cut them out, like with a pair of scissors or whatever, those corners are going to be gone, and that's what it's going to look like. Now, you're going to fold along these dotted lines, and the reason I've shaded this differently than these for rectangles is because this is going to be the bottom. So like this side is going to be folded up, and so I'm trying to show, it's a little bit difficult to do this because this is actually a two-dimensional surface. I'm trying to show like a three-dimensional figure, but you fold them up more, like these are getting closer together. It doesn't look like these are getting closer together, but they are. Again, that's the two-dimensional figure, three-dimensional, whatever. And it's hard to see, but eventually when you fold them up, this is the box or prism you're going to get from that. So see, this is the bottom, and like this side here would be, you might call that the back. This is actually this side over here. This is, we might call this the front here. And this side, when you fold it along here, that's going to be the right side of the box here. Now, typically you want to be able to label, like algebraic expressions, the sides, the dimensions of the box, the length, the width, and the height. Okay, so and again, this is the bottom. I'm going to get rid of this from the diagram just so it's less busy. Now, and typically you'd have something like, you'd know what the dimensions are. So I'm going to call that 20. You could be 20 inches, 20 centimeters, whatever. And I'm going to call this one 14, just so I have numbers to reference. This side's 20 and this side's 14. Now, typically you would label the sides that you're the corners or squares that you're cutting out with something like X, or it's an n by n square. So these are all and these are all going to be the same, of course. So if you want to label them all, these are all X by X squares. Now, this is remember we folded along here, so this is actually going to be the height of your finished rectangular prism. Now, the question is what do we call this, and what are we going to call this side? So let's deal with this one first. That's going to be that dimension along there. Well, if this is X, if that distance there is X, and that's X, then this is X as well, and the same with this one over here. So this was 20, the original piece of cardboard or paper or whatever, but the 20 has had X taken off this side and X taken off this end. So this dimension here is actually going to be 20 minus 2X, because you see, if we take 20 minus 2X and add an X and add an X, then that's the 20. Okay? Or this 20 has had two X's removed from the end, so that's why this is 20 minus 2X. So down here, this dimension would be 20 minus 2X. Now, this was 14, so the 14 has had an X taken off that end and an X taken off that end. So the dimension from here to here would be 14 minus 2X. So that's this dimension over here. So typically you would write out, for example, expression for the volume. So the volume is the length times the width times the height. So there's your volume expression. It's this times this times this. So a typical pre-calculus question might be, what does X have to be? How big are these squares that we're cutting out, for example, to make the volume 336, for example? Okay, so let's say that was your question. You would put 336 in place of V, and there's your equation to solve to find what X would be. I'm not going to go into solving that question. That's another video, but that's typically what it would look like. So that's how you actually cut out the sides and then label the diagram for that kind of question. Okay? And that's the end of the recording.